Mark here from Mark Builds Bricks. If you can see me behind this absolutely awesome box, another set, cyberpunk theme, Funwhole, aka Lumibricks. This is the IZAKAYA set, F9073, 1987 pieces, 6 minifigures, and we're going to review this stage by stage as we normally do, so you can see all the cool stuff as we go through the whole review. Like, comment, and subscribe. Like we always ask you to do. We're trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. It's just around the corner, so we should be able to do this for 2025. Go out, grab somebody off the street, hit the subscribe button, tell it it's free. It's free to do that. To all my channel members, thank you very much for the extra support. To become a channel member so you get early access to my videos, as well as early access to sneak pictures of all the builds I'm doing at each stage of the build as we're going through. And again, humongous extra thank you very much for that if you're going to do that. So let's jump into the review and check this out.
Welcome.
Okay, so here we have the 2 manuals that come with this set. Very, very clearly identified at the bottom corner. We got the 1 and the 2 in the orange circle. Plus we have the QR codes so you can download the digital instructions. Now I did not check on the day that I was recording this to see if the manuals were digitally there or not. Normally I do download the digital ones, but I got these sets pretty in quickly, so I just jumped into the build very quickly and used the manuals itself. Now in the other corner we have the nice Cyberpunk Neon City logo. Absolutely love it. It looks great. We have a fantastic bright colorful image of the actual set built with all the figures in the place and stuff like that. We do have, you know, the old logo, I will say, because officially this gets rebranded, I believe, in May 2025. So it's just around the corner to start seeing the new branded Lumibricks being logo being applied to all their branding, their materials and everything. So it'd look good. Set number F9073. IZAKAYA is the set. 1987 pieces, 16 and above apparently. I will admit the wiring, you do need to take your time with the wiring. Other than that, the set flies. It's really, really good. Going into the manual 1, typical, we have a little about Funwhole and all its inspiration and stuff like that. And then we have a fantastic picture in the seating area of this, which is the 2nd floor of the set. And then you have a nice little inspiration on the side about the reason that they built this and stuff like that. And then a nice teardown photo, but it's labeled. So I really, really like this exploded view of the set of what comes apart, what parts you can take off and stuff. And it is nicely labeled on what section is what. So when you do explain this to someone, you will know that, hey, this is like the sitting door, or sorry, sliding door on this side. This is the Japanese style meeting room. This is the ramen shop. This is the, you know, just, you get the point. Then on the next 2 pages, you do have the names and a little blurb about each character or minifigure that do come with the set. So this is really cool. So I did not talk about this in the minifig section about who's who. If you want to know, please, you know, get this set and you'll be able to read it in the manual, because it's pretty cool. They're pretty interesting characters. Another colorful set as well, with a sneak peek of the apartment on the side here, if you did not notice that. So the main set is right here, but you've got the apartment in the shot as well. So pretty cool. Another thing I did like about this manual is we do have a lot of Japanese verbiage on the signs and stuff like that. And I do like that they actually put the translations of what it is and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. It could be Chinese, but it's a Japanese style building. So I'm going to go with the assumption that it is Japanese characters, since there's a lot of Japanese fried chicken, lots of Japanese reference in this whole set. So we're going to go with Japanese lettering. Nice little colors of all the pieces and stuff like that to help you out with the colors in there. Typical Funwhole Lumibricks of the battery, check your wires, what is in each wire kit as well, how to use the Brock and tweezers, battery pack versus USB pack. It does come with an option to go either way. So I've built mine with the USB connection. So I still use the battery pack to do this recording, but in the long run, I'm gonna connect it to a USB bar to power it from that. But yeah, so here you go. 1 to 5 builds the main floor. Then it just basically just nicely goes through everything. Again, testing your lights, building your minifigs, and then going into the main build itself. I did not really find any out of the ordinary or like WFT moments, like, you know, what the hell are you talking about? Everything was instructions nice. There is extra pages. So there will be a couple of pages where there's no actual thing you do. It's just a verification page that, hey, since you did this in this step, the next page is this is what it should look like from this point on. So I don't mind these extra pages in here. Where it only has like 1 or 2 steps and stuff with a verifying step. So I didn't mind that at all. That is book 1. Book 2, again, similar as book 1. It's got all the nice colorful pictures and stuff, but boom, it jumps right in at bag 6 or stage 6 of the build and continues on building everything out for the second floor, basically, because that's what you basically start, and getting the roof done in place, and then building out the extra little food section, building the roof of the food section, and of course a whole section about connecting everything in place, the little robot dog, and of course with your USB connections and stuff like that. At the back you have another beautiful picture of the set with all the lights on and all the minifigs lined up in the front. And then it gets into the current sets that are available in the cyberpunk section, which is weird because we're missing one that we're going to build soon. So stay tuned to that video. There is the bus that we're going to be building. The bridge I still have to build that bridge. What else is we got here? The new Street Fusion, and of course Western stats. I hope Lumibricks, aka Funwhole, or vice versa, Funwhole, aka Lumibricks, please put Easter eggs back in the back of the manuals of new sets coming. I really enjoyed that. It made it a lot of fun to jump to the back of the book. All right, let's get into what you guys came here to see. All right, it's time to talk about the minifigs that come with this set. You get 6 minifigs, as you can see, and they are pretty unique to each other. We do have this cyber person, whatever. He's got the one circle eye with a nice little hood. He does come with a cape. I'm not sure if I wanted a brown cape or a black cape. I'm still on the offense for that, but it does look good. We got some nice little printing on him as well. We do have this gentleman. He's got a wicked ponytail, typical Japanese style hairstyle. He's got the dragon tattoo on his chest right here. He's got his robe, basically shirt print job. And we do have this other Japanese style character. He's got a little bit of a cyber implant as well in his face area as well. And plus he's got a nice little beard, some nice print work on his outfit as well going into there. And he's got his nice little hat that looks like it's got a little tie down in the back. Coming around to these 3. Now, here we got some really interesting characters. Here we have the gentleman with the nice little yellow mohawk style cut. It looks like he's got a tattoo on the side of his face. He's got some dark arms to go with the rest of his printing. He looks like he's wearing a vest type scenario. Nice print job on him. Then we got this globe translucent head robot character. I don't know, but pretty cool looking. I will admit, I like the uniqueness. The print job on his torso, a little faded, hard to see unless you hit the light, because there's actually some design here on this side, but it's a little hard to see. I would have probably liked it a different color on the gray to offset it a little bit better, but all in all, looks good. And then we do have this lovely lady on the side with her goggles, or her VR type set goggles. Nice little print job, pink gloves, pink hair. The hair piece with my character, I don't know if it's the same with yours, but the stud hole that her head's supposed to go in, it's not super snug. Just a heads up. I don't know if it's the same with yours, but if I flick her hair a certain way, it's going to fall off very easily. The backs, there's some printing on some of the backs itself. No dual faces and no extra anything for the characters themselves. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything. They all have their own names and stuff like that, and a little blurb about them. That's all in the manual, so you can check that out going forward. But those are the minifigures that come with the set, and I think they look great. Other than I'm still not a fan of the arms. Not a fan. I hope Lumibricks changes the arms down the road. Who knows? With Lumi Minifigs 2.0. Who knows? But the arms are the things I hate the most on these minifigs. But all in all, they look great because they got great printing and they got some nice character and got some really good playability because their legs do move and stuff like that. They just can't sit on anything or they'll fall off. So that's the figs. Let's get into the set. Right, stage 1, bags 1 completed of the IZAKAYA Cyberpunk set from Funwhole, aka Lumibricks, when it changes next month. Holy smokes, there was a lot to do. We have wires. We got a printed piece. I'll get to that in a second because it's not shown here. We got some transparent pieces. We got wires. We got different types of lights here and here and here. Junction box power adapter here, which you can change out to a USB direct one as well. So right now I've got it set up for the battery pack version, but you can swap this out and put the USB version in if you want. Also, we do have a couple of power jumpers right here in this corner here, as you can see, to attach something this way and extend the power from there. As well, we have another power jumper in this corner of the set as well. So if anything's connected here, the power can continue that way. Plus, we have this interesting rail set up here. I think things are going to move around in this set. But like as I said, we've got basically a full-blown Mills plate basically built. This is a full-blown Mills plate. We do have a nice printed piece here. This looks absolutely great right here. It actually will mimic what is also printed on the original Cyberpunk apartment set as well. We will definitely show the two of these together at the end of the video for sure. But basically, this is a giant shaped Mills plate with all the wire management in place so far. So definitely make sure you got enough slack in some of the areas for this cable as well. Make sure that's nice and even so things can be placed on in a good spot. But all in all, this went together so superly smooth so far. I'm really enjoying this build, and we just started. We just started. So let's keep going and let's see what the next set of bags brings us to this build. All right, here we go. We have bags 2 completed, and we already have some cool details in here. Looks like we have a start of a little food stand right here with a little bowl on the open area as well. We got some stuff that's probably going to be hung up in this area. On this side of this little food stand, we do have a light on this side with a printed menu items on here. So this is going to be interesting little food stand in this part. Over on this side, we have a little seating area with a nice little printed piece of probably some sushi or something or rather that's on here. We do have a printed piece on this interesting character that looks like it's filling up a bowl for a vending. The hat itself, I actually had to put a little round 1x1 underneath the hat and put it on. That's why it's up a little higher than it should be, because the stud hole is a little wide. It was just super loose. So if you have the same problem, just put like a round 1x1 stud in there and you should be good. It really doesn't hurt the build in any way, shape, or form. But we do have this really cool vending machine. Nice little printing. My suggestion is make sure you follow the instructions. Make sure you don't have these pieces upside down. I don't know, with the language, you might be saying something different if it actually doesn't say something. But it does have some printed food items inside here as well. Also, on this side, we have a little storage bin of some printed little 1x2s with some coupons and stuff like that. What you do is there's a slot in the back of this vending machine. You put the little coupon into the back, and I'm going to turn this over. And then in this little area here, it slides through and it comes out the front like that. So how cool is that? We've got some interesting playability with this little vending machine. Also, there's lights also in this vending machine, so it's going to be interesting when this lights up. We have some really cool transparent piece on the roof with a little noodle bowl as well. So this is going to be pretty interesting once it fully lights up as well. We still have light strips, wires, and a piece that we need to connect to still with the sticky here. But we have 3 junction points into the mills plate, as I mentioned before. Holy smokes, this is so much fun to build. Let's keep going. All right, here we have bags 3 completed, and we have more details, more of a build for this little food shop in this area of the build. Nice angled doorway as well. The double doors do open inwards. We have a nice little printed awning, piece flaps here. Little security punch card area as well to chime in, I guess, when locked. We do have a printed sliding door here. So this door does slide, and we can also slide it back. The other door on this side is stationary, but it is printed pieces. Inside, and let me just move the wires out of the way because we still have some wire management to do. Inside, we got 2 little seating areas, one little seating area on this side with some printed pieces. We got a spoon. We have some stuff inside of a bowl as well. We do have some seats up against like a kind of like the bar stand type area as well with some food printed pieces. We got some glassware. It looks like we have a sink basin and stuff like that. I do like that the chairs are, even though they're pretty much the same, but at least, you know, these set of chairs have like a square flat plate, and these ones have a round flat plate. Again, Funwhole minifigures do not sit very well because there's nothing to connect them. So we probably won't be posing any of them in a seat because they'll probably just fall over. Also, on the outside, we also have this absolutely lovely neon transparent piece with some printing on it as well. All in all, it's coming together so smoothly. It's jam-packed with a lot of cool little things in here as we go through. And again, we are so early into this build. So let's keep going. All right, bags 4 completed. And we are finishing up this food shop basically on this main floor. There's so much going on, and there is a lot of different ways to build this. This is not just simply just putting up walls here and there. There's a lot of interesting ways that things are being put in place and anchored once they're in place. Like this piece right in here, I don't know if you can see with my finger, whatever. This is completely sideways. It's like 2 window frame, door frame, and it's sit in sideways to give that window from the kitchen to the seating area as well. Coming to this side of it, this whole wall is actually put in this way. Everything on the back are hanging on the wall here, as you can see. This is all placed under the plates. So this is actually a plate that's sitting vertically. So it's pretty cool. Also, you got this little fence piece here. You can actually just wiggle, and you can pop this right out. So as you can see, everything that's hanging on the wall is actually on the bottom of the plates and stuff like that. So it's a very interesting way of putting this in together. So pretty cool. And it's just held on by studs on this side. There is no studs holding it on that side. So it's very easy to pop out. Very cool. Now, getting to this side of the building here. Now, this wall actually, when you're building this, there's no studs. It just slides right in. You're not connecting it to any studs. You just actually build it. You got a nice little doorway, as you can see here. This isn't like a little elevator that goes up and down. So this is going to be interesting on how far up this will actually go. Will it hit the 2nd floor? We won't know until we do. But it basically just pops into place, and there you have it. That's it. It just sits like that. So pretty interesting on the build itself. We have a nice, in this area, you can probably just see it. We have a nice little Frigidaire or cooler or whatever that's got like a lobster and a fish and other items in there as well. It will be interesting to see what lights up because we did a lot of cable management. As you can see, we still have some light stripes here that we need to take care of. And also it looks like a jumper to go up to the 2nd floor. Whew, there is so much going on this set. It is so cool. I am so stoked of building this Funwhole. This one is very interesting to build. We got to get going. We are at the halfway point, I believe, because I think there's 10 bags. We are jumping into bag 5 next. So sit tight. Let's keep going. So bags 5, stage 5 completed, which basically finishes off, I believe, the 1st floor of this I guess it's a sushi restaurant, a restaurant pub, gastropub, who knows, but very Japanese vibe to it with all the, of course, Asian dialect on the signs and stuff. With this awning as well, very, very Japanese-esque type design as well. We do have a light stripe that's running right in here as well, a light stripe running right in here above the sign. We do have a nice finished off tiled area on the top, as you can see. So it's very easy to pop the second floor on. Plus we have our power jumper to continue power up on the top. We also finished off a couple of columns as well as this little awning piece in the back here to tie in with the vending machine and the little seating area. Nice little bird on top for some decoration. We also have a printed piece of it, like a cyber dog, lost dog, cyber dog poster on the ground here with a trash bag and a different way of making a trash bin with a couple of wheel wells and as well. So pretty cool, pretty cool. That is the bulk of that build, is just tying this all off. Oh yes, we do have, completely forgot, we do have a nice printed sign above the door inside as well. So, and we do have a printed transparent piece at the front of right here with the little discount on there as well. So that's pretty cool. That's the bulk of this stage of the build. I love this thing. I really, really like this. This is really, really cool. I've had no issues. It was some interesting design building as well in this area as well. So I'm pretty impressed with this one. I really, really like this one. Can't wait to put this up beside the Cyberpunk apartment and light both up with one power box. This is going to be the test at the end of this video. Let's keep going. Okay, so we finished another stage of this build, bag 6. It's basically everything you see here, right here. This is basically the roof of the little Japanese food section that we built. So this is basically what's going to go on top of that at the moment. And plus it's something else is going to go in this section. So we have nice little 3 little birds. Each bird has a little printed, I guess, a little printed red eye on each of them. We also have this nice little interesting print of a figure on here that turns around. So kind of interesting there. Round opening on this side as well. It looks like we might have another sliding door or something like that in this section, the way it's been built here. Looks like we have maybe a trap door, probably opening and closing, who knows. And of course we have a couple of little stud pieces right here. But that is the basis of the roof. Let's keep going. All right, stage 7 completed, bag 7 completed. Holy smokes. I'm so loving this build. We've got the second floor on, all built in. It's like a little tea shop type scenario up at the top. We do have a door right there, but it doesn't open. That's kind of like fixed spot on that side. If we come to this side, and we do have a sliding door right here. So this slides open, slides closed as well. Coming to this side, we have a tree growing from the inside all the way out to the outside, which is pretty cool. Coming to the back here, nice big glass type area, so you can see lots of light when this lights up inside. This actually pulls right out, so you can actually just pull this whole wall right out. As you pull this wall right out, we have like a printed piece of $1,000 on there, but this seat or this area right here also, I think I pushed it down too hard here. Hold on. There we go. So this piece slides up, as you can see inside. Inside, it's got some hidden gems inside there that you can hide underneath. So pretty cool. So it's got a little hidey hole, some of that. Just push it down lightly on the studs so it makes it easier to pop in and out. This wall, very easy to put back in. You just slide on an angle like that, pop it onto the studs, and boom, it's right in place. Overhead, over where the tree is growing out of the round circle, we do have a nice printed binary 1s and 0s on a screen right here. Going back to the other side, in this corner right here, kind of hard to see on the camera right there, but in this corner, there's a nice printed of a tree as well. We do have a power jumper here to light up the next part, the roof of this little building. On this side as well, we do have a door that opens and closes. But interesting. It is going to be interesting to see if this lift actually goes that high, because it stops right here. So I guess you can have step and go in. Don't know. I would have liked this lift to go up a little higher. to maybe in line with the door. But all in all, pretty cool little feature anyways, of having that in place. We do have a nice chrome tube structure right here that makes it nice, gives a little bit of that industrial cyberpunk feel to this section as well. Plus, we're going to have a neon light inside this tube right here. So there's a light and a light block here and a light block here. So it's going to shine this tube in this area very nicely. Also, it's going to be interesting, this sign right here. I loved the signs that they did with the printed transparent signage on the apartment on the Cyberpunk. So it will be interesting to see if this has any flickering, dimming, color changing or anything like that. This is going to be interesting when this lights up. Cable management, lots of cable management going on in this build as well to try to hide the cables as best as possible. There are some exposed cables from the wires and stuff like that here and there, but it is actually, it's understandable. Honestly, for the what you see, you're probably not going to like really look for the wires right away, because just looking at it, you're just like, wow, this is fantastic. All right, we're almost there. We are almost there. This looks absolutely great. And again, later in this review, we are going to bring the Cyberpunk apartment, put it beside it so you can see what it looks like beside it. As well, we're going to attach the mills plates together and see if one power source lights both buildings up. And if so, this is going to be really cool designs going forward for cities and stuff like that, where you can do jumper powers or power jumper cable or power jumper plates inside your mills plates and hide it like that, and then just boom, 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 and then connect it to one USB on one side and boom, light up your whole city instantly without having wires everywhere and power blocks. So this is going to be very interesting. So Funwhole, aka Lumibricks, holy smokes, I can't wait to see the rest going through. Enough bickering, not bickering, but enough blabbering. Let's get into the rest of it. So we are getting there, almost completed this build. The main building is pretty much completed. As you can see now, we've finished the roof section. And again, all this whole roof section is all part of bag 8, I believe. And you also build up the rest of the arch for this little walkway area on this side with the little menu, the little Mew Mew on the top of the arch there. But yeah, so very, very Japanese-esque type style of everything, and I really like that. A lot of cyberpunk stuff does come with that little Japanese flair in it as well. So I really cool that they have a lot of cool features. These nice little fans being used as well. The way the sloped roofs are built right here to give it that feel and all that. We have a nice little canister up at the top here. It looks like a power cell with some braces and stuff like that, and some clear pieces and stuff. There is a light at the bottom of this, and then there's some wiring that goes through and comes out the side here and goes, as well as there's also some light strips that we put in place within the roof. So will be very cool when this lights up. Yeah, all in all, here I'll show you the other side. Not much is done on this side. This is pretty much a completed set, basically. We do have one more section to build. It does go in the front area of this. Is another food section that we need to build up, just because you have the main food building on the ground. You have like a tea room type of little sitting rooms style on the second floor. We got the nice little roof as well. We have, you know, the vending machine and stuff like that on the side. We will be talking all about this towards at the end of the video and stuff like that, but that is the bulk of this stage right there, the roof itself. All right, another stage done. Bags 9 completed. This is the takoyaki shop. Nice little building here. We got lots going on. We have a little power jumper right here, right on the top to hopefully light up the roof as well. We have some interesting character faces serving as well is in the front here on the graded sidewalk. We have a nice little window on the side there looking right in as well. The back with another food area as well to place. We do have lightly printed white on these little awning pieces and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. That's got some print on there. Again, printed faces, printed food as well on the inside. Some of the food pieces are actually printed. We do have some Technic pins as well as the other power jumper receiver, because as soon as we slide this in and these power jumpers connect in the mills plate design, it's going to light this up from the one power source. So very, very cool idea, very cool design as well. So we're almost done. We just need to basically finish off the top part of this roof and we should be golden. So here we have the final building for this set. It is completed. So this is all bags 10 basically is the whole roof part of this. Bags 9 was the bottom part of this. And of course you have this little mechanical thing. It's got a nice printed, it's got a printed eyes on the transparent piece. It's hard to pick up on the camera because the light that's hitting it is glowing it very, very well. But you have a nice little mechanical character. He doesn't fit on any studs the way his legs and stuff like that are, but I do recommend, if you get a chance and if you have any extras, pop one of these little 1x1 rounds with the little peg in it. Pop one of these in his back leg and stuff like that. Now you can place him anywhere you want and he'll just stick into place now. So there you have it. That's the easiest way I can get you to keep him in place. So let's talk about this octopus, squid or something. Again, probably a sushi, who knows, but it's another little food vending area. Very great, lots of great colors and stuff like that with the off yellowish, off oranges with the actual orange, and a nice transparent piece here for the squid octopus's head. And of course we're using some antenna bases for his eyes, which I think are absolutely perfect. We got a couple of coffee mugs on either side of him as well. His arms are basically, you can semi-pose them in certain areas, but be mindful, they will pop off if you play with them for too much. He does have a frying pan and a spatula there for him to insinuate he's making something. We do put a piece in there, like an egg that is supposed to go there. And you know me about loose pieces, they're just going to fall out. So I didn't put it in there for the time being. But we do have some interesting wire management all the way into the octopus or the squid's head itself, making sure that's in place, which comes back into here, and it ties into a jumper in the back here, which also has a light underneath to light everything up. All that wires and all that power is going to be coming from this little power jumper right in this mills plate base area, where we're going to connect this to the main building, which has the other side of the connector, which will feed power from that building into this building as well. Printed pieces on the little characters inside. We have a nice little printed sign above the entrance as well. All in all, really, really cool. I'm going to bring in the main building here. We'll zoom out a little bit here for you. So here you go. So here is the main building. This is where it's going to go, right in this section here. We do have a couple of three blue Technic pins, and we will just basically make sure we slide it into the little groove area on the back there, so it slides onto that, and then pop it right in, push nicely on where the power plates would be, and when we turn everything on, it will light up everything. So there you have it. That is basically it for this stage of the build, which is basically the finish off the roof of this extra food pavilion that's part of this whole section. So there you have it. Let's jump into the final review. All right, here we have the completed IZAKAYA shop or set. F9073 is the build number for this fabulous Funwhole, aka Lumibricks. It's all lit up right now. We got the lights on and everything. Lights went on without a hitch. Awesome. I did well with the wire management. There was a couple of tricky areas in the wire management in the roof area and stuff like that, but all in all, just patience. Take your time, and you'll get on there very well. But look at it all. We've got so many colors. We got so many things going on. And like, as I said, I do like the Japanese-esque type look to this set. It looks really, really good. And again, we have our little robot dog here. Again, if you just add a little round tile piece with a pin in it and just stick it in one of his back legs, and then you can attach him to a stud very, very easily, and then he won't fall off and all that. We got got lots of printed pieces throughout. Of course, Funwhole is outdone themselves again with this transparent printed sign. We've got some tube lighting in different areas. We got some strip lighting as well that light stuff up. We do have a pulsating light behind in the background here. Let me see if I can put it on this side. In this area here, as you can see, we have some pulsating lights here. The squid, the octopus is lit up nicely. We have some tube lighting in there as well as lighting in that type of shop as well. The vending machine, the ramen vending machine actually has some good lighting as well. Now, the way this everything's being powered is basically by jumpers built into the base itself in certain areas. So if I take off this section, as you can see, the lights went off on the squid and everything, but all the lights are still on for the rest of the build. Now you can get a good view of the ramen vending machine, which has these really, really cool little printed coupon type scenarios where you can slide them into the back and they pop out down at the bottom and the front. So we got some pretty cool playability there with that little vending machine as well. We have an external power jumper here to attach to something else, which we'll get to in a second, but there's the power jumper that lights up this absolutely awesome piece that we just have to slide back on. So slide that back in, pop that in, and as you can see, the lights pop back on to the squid and everything very, very quickly. So that's pretty cool. The bottom shop here as well is a nice little food style, Japanese style sushi place and stuff like that. Lots of detail inside there. The top itself is like a sitting tea room or a sitting meeting room style with the sliding doors on sides here as well. This really cool plant that actually is the pot of the plant is inside and it comes through the round hole and it comes out there. We got a couple of nice little birds for decoration on this side as well. If we go to this side of the building, I know that we've got a nice clear window segment here that actually look into the sitting room area or the meeting room area as well. We got some nice industrial look around the frames and stuff. In the back here, we have some industrial as part of the fridge or the cooler that's in here that's got the fish and the lobster. Now we also have this nice little piece here in the back, which we can actually open the whole wall up. And as you can see, we have a lot of stuff that's built on the bottom of the plate to simulate the shelves and stuff like that. And a nice little TV set going on with a nice little cheery guy on there. And you do get a nice view inside of the shop itself. This wall is only held on by 4 studs on the left-hand side. So very easy to pop on and off. So you just have to slide it back in. Put a little pressure on that left side and it's golden. You're in place. I do like the off-white, the dark brown, and this off tealish or diluted tealish type green. This really does make this pop with the colors and stuff like that. Up here, same idea with this wall as well. This wall or this set of windows does come right out. You just pull off to the top. It's held by 4 studs on the bottom. Nothing on this side. Is just typical window as you can see through, but look how clear that window is. Lego, I'm looking right at you with your scratched up windows when you in your sets. That is nice and clear. And in fact, you can even see the serial number so well on this window. Inside, you do have a nice little tea set area, Japanese style sitting, which is basically you sit right on the floor. This little piece, awning piece, or this little table that has the $1,000 bill on it, this pops up to show a nice little storage area underneath. And let me just bring the set in a little bit there. There you go. So you got a couple of printed pieces inside there that you can store stuff in there. And it's held on basically very, very easily. Just don't push too hard down on those 2 studs and you should be able to open it and close that very easily. There's the planter for the tree that's going outside the wall here on this side. So as I said, very easy to pop it back in, put it on an angle, slide it right in. Easy. We have a door on this side, nice little open and close door on this side right here. And also you're trying to figure out how does the minifigure get from the ground floor to that floor? Well, here's a little lift or a little elevator. You have the minifigure put on top and then you can slide this right up to underneath and it holds in place itself. So you got them, they can walk right in. This also slides back down. I like how they used the bright fluorescent transparent pieces for the sides of the lift. It's really cool. As you can see, this wall's a little wobbly. but it's meant to be slid right out. So here's another way to expose everything in the main floor, which is the prepping area. So you got a nice little like raw fish on the side with a cleaver. We got a little wash bin and stuff like that. The other side of it is the sitting area where people eat and stuff. So this is a great view of the prep area for making the food and stuff. And again, we do have a door on this side in this corner here that you can almost see. That's the cooler with the fish and the lobster that's inside that area. So again, this wall here, very, very straightforward. You know, we have a nice little piece that's hanging on the wall. We got some masonry brick to give some detail. The door open and close and stuff like that. Just slides in. Nothing really holds, nothing to, no studs or anything. You just slide it right into place and that's it. It is in. We do have a printed Lost Dog poster. So it looks like it's a mechanical dog as well, beside an interesting trash bin and a trash bag. Now we have a nice little bird on the top of the ramen sitting area, as well as we have a nice little archway, temple type archway with a little Mew Mew. You can't go wrong when you have some Mew Mews in the set. Again, a seating area in the side there. Let me just pop this guy back out here. Slide him over there so we can actually take a look at everything. So nice printed pieces of the ramen vending machine, as well as the transparent piece on the top. Would have been nice if the transparent piece on the top here was also lit up. That would have been cool. But we also have a nice little sitting area and stuff like that. Sitting area outside as well of the main IZAKAYA food area, where you can actually go in and sit and stuff like that. Transparent printed pieces on the side as well, on the signs and stuff like that. We got a little benum here with a little transparent face on the front. A nice little lantern on the second floor as well. So much detail in a small little footprint. This footprint is a 32 by 32 base plate. So if you're wondering how everything fits, everything fits in a nice little base plate of 32 by 32, as I mentioned. So very easy, and it comes with its own mills already designed. So this is very easy to pick up and move around. Now here is the interesting fun part. Because we have extra power jumpers on the outside to accept another base plate of another building to power up by one power source, which again, the power source on this is, I'm using a battery box connected via USB by the USB connector. You do get an optional connector down here. If you just want to use a power box and no USB connection and stuff like that, you do get another piece to put in here, and then you can just connect it by normal wires to the power bank. This with the USB-C to USB-A, this way you can use whatever power wall bank you use and stuff like that to basically charge everything up. The battery box does connect to the back of this ramen seating area. I put an extra plate right across the back underneath the box just to let it sit a lot better. Using just the regular studs that are stud holes that come on the back, it may fall off if you knock into it. So I just put an extra plate in there. It's all good, because in the long run, I'm going to replace this with a big long USB power bank or whatever. So I can just connect one and then boom, 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 boom. We don't have to use the battery boxes at all, so I'll be using wall power basically for that. So yeah. So there you have it. And again, on the top, I don't know, you can really see very well, but you'll see it in the video montage at the end of the video. The very top is a nice little clear antenna and a better shot of the transparent pieces around the awnings and stuff like that with the light strips up at the top. So now the fun part. Give me a second here. I'm just going to pop the light off so you can actually see the lit up area a little bit better, but you can still see me in the shot. By the way, orange background, Funwhole sets, aka Lumibricks sets. I will try to use this orange background so you will know that I'm talking about Lumibricks for future builds. We do have this beautiful set that's going to attach like this. So go a little push, boom. Check that out. There is the Cyberpunk apartment set, being powered by the one battery pack straight across through both mills plates, and now you've got all the lights on for both sets going through. Like, how cool is that? Just think you can, and there's still power jumper to be received on the back of the set on the left, and we still have a power jumper on the other side of the apartment as well. So we've got room to power more from that one power source. So how cool is that to be connected all together with all the lights? And in fact, I actually like this setup. It fits in really nicely because you've got the little you got the little area here with the octopus. I think this is the way I'm going to display it from now on. That looks absolutely great. So I'm just going to give you a quick little zoom in on everything as we go through. So that is the apartment complex. And there you go, coming into the new IZAKAYA set. Like you really can't go wrong. Like this absolutely looks fantastic with all the lights on, everything. See if we can go down the little alleyway here. And some people in this area near the garage area, and this vending machine's all nicely lit up. There's back down. There you have it. So there you have it. That is the completed set. I think I've got, yeah, there we go. We're a little bit better. We got the little antenna out of the shot. That's everything connected with the Cyberpunk apartment as well. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe as we always ask you to do. The support really does help the channel. Also, we are so close to hitting the 1,000 subscriber mark on the channel. So I'm looking forward to hitting that goal for 2025. So share this channel out, share these videos out, and I don't know, drag people off the street to hit the button, the subscribe button. It's free. To all my channel members, which you can be a channel member by hitting the join button, you get early access to all my videos that get created, as well as you get early sneak peek photos at every stage of every build that I am building on the channel. And you can leave comments and galore and all that type of fun stuff. Until then, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.